All right, guys, here we go. So this is kind of similar to one of my very first videos, filmed on an old 8mm high-8 camera. This is a long time ago. Low definition, and now we're at 4K. So what a long way we've come in 300 and some odd videos. Anyway, I am going to show you now how to go about doing this, since everyone seemed to really like that video, or like complaining about that video, depending on. So first we have our original muffler here. And I want to tell you that you're going to have to pry that off. You got these metal clamps here that kind of holds these bolts from loosening up. So we're going to take a screwdriver and we're going to fold those down. Now, not every one of these is going to have this setup, but a lot of them will have a muffler like this held on by 2 bolts. This one's actually a little larger than most of them are, and that might be why this muffler wasn't as loud as the original mutt to begin with. But I'm going to go ahead and remove those. Looks like 12s or 13s, so let me go grab a socket and the gun, and we'll take it off. Alright, now if this is anything like the original mutt, these Briggs & Stratton engines, that's a 12, these Briggs & Stratton engines have a threaded hole where the exhaust comes out of because they are used for different applications. So even though this one here has these bolts going to it, behind it should be threaded rod. It should be a 1-inch threaded. Am I going to get so lucky? Yes, it is threaded. So we're right back on track with the original. Now there are going to be some changes here because this one is not going to be used as a mower at all. This is just an off-road use. So I'm going to thread my pipe in here. I'm going to come down just like this. And again, I'm going to be shooting that exhaust out to the back. That's going to have 2 effects. I don't have the smoke and the engine exhaust blowing right in my face while I'm using this thing. But more importantly, I'm going to have the ability to direct the sound behind me. So even if this thing is only 25 or 30 or 40% quieter than stock, I'm also going to have the added benefit of not having to hear it eye level, or at ear level, I should say. It's going to be down below. So let's go ahead, and what I've got here, and you'll see, is I've actually taken the exhaust off the original mutt. Some of it's broken, some of it's not. We'll go ahead and piecemeal it back together again. Let's see what we can come up with. Go ahead and get a replacement. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this right here, which is about I think it's a 3-inch extension. Of course, this might be a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on your model, but you're going to thread that into the hole, which is nice that Briggs included these threaded holes. So for different applications, some are bolt-in, some are threaded. This one, luckily, has the threads. So we're going to go ahead and install that. Then I'm going to be using a 90-degree. That's this right here, 90 degree. And I'm going to screw that in there. There we go. Now it's interesting here because we want to have this thing kind of angled down, and then we're going to have 45 to go all the way to the back, so about there. And I'm going to leave it right about there. We'll make our final adjustments later on. Now, if you want to click on one of my other videos, I'm going to show you how to take this muffler, item number M-110 from the Arnold Corporation, replaces Briggs & Stratton part number 294599. I'm going to go ahead and open that up. I'm going to get my $60 Harbor Freight welder out. I'm going to weld these 2 items right here, which are about $1 a piece, onto this, and this is the secret. This is the important part about putting this thing together. I'm going to stick one on here and weld it on right there, and the other one's going to be welded on right here, and that will allow me to hook this in line like so, and that gives us our front muffler. Just be mindful of your inlet and outlet. This obviously being the inlet with the threaded portion already on there. So that is that. Give me about 5-10 minutes. We'll weld this thing together. Back over here to install the rest. Alright, through the magic of video editing, we are done. If you want to check out that welding video, it is comical to say the least, but here we have our inlet and outlet side, and it's now 1 inch, so we can screw that on to here. And we're going to be ready to attach the 45. Now, I would say check with your wheel clearance at this point. Make sure that you're going to be able to go through here. Now, one thing you'll notice I'm going to have to cut out on mine is this notch, because if I try to close this at this point, let's see. Oh heck, it's actually going to clear. Cool. Okay, so I don't have to make any adjustments there. But I am going to want to go to my next piece, which is 45 degree. And I will be installing that right here. And of course I'll tighten all these things up once I have my final positioning set. But go ahead and get this on. There we go. Like so. And then I've still got to remove this piece, but look at that. We'll be almost done. Not long to go, right? All right, so once we've got this installed, and we do, it's time to move on. Now, this is where it's going to be a little different than the original mutt. The original mutt was a shorter chassis, so the exhaust I had just coming from this point here, and it terminated right here. This one, I'm going to do something a little different. Before I install this rear muffler, I decided to go with a 45 here, and you'll see why as I attach all this stuff. First, I'm going to go ahead and screw this on. First, I'm going to attempt to screw this on. I don't know why it's not wanting to start. There it goes. And again, this is just rough fit. I'm going to be going back and adjusting it. But as you can see, I've got it right here. Now I want to have this thing brought out a little bit. I'm going to bring it out like so. I want that obviously a little bit more turned in. I'm going to turn that in a little bit more when I'm done with this. The idea here is to not have it sticking out the side. I don't want to accidentally burn myself on it. That's close. There we go. Let's see. We'll roll that back. There. That's pretty much where I want it. And so I'm going to hold this up now. Just going to use a coat hanger here. I've got this already set up and ready to go. Go ahead and cut this a little more manageable piece here. And I'll just stick both sides through this little access hole. If I can get it through there. Okay. Do the same with the other side. If I can get it through. There we go. Go ahead and bring this up. The last time I just used baling wire and it lasted for years. This time I'm going with something a little heavier. And if I have any issues with it rattling or heating up the floorboard too much, I can always adjust later on. But what I want to look for is it going to get in the way of anything? And on this unit, the answer is no, it's not going to be a problem. There we go. I'll just trim those up and screw them off so they hold down. But there it is. I want to move it just a little bit. There we go, like so. Okay, so I want to bring that up ever so slightly. And I'll make some final adjustments, but I do have enough room. Again, sometimes the camera can make this a little more confusing than it really is up close. If I have this in the position that I actually want it, which is about like that, I've got enough room to stick my fingers through here into the tire. I'm not going to be interfering with the steering rod. Go ahead and move that out. The steering on this is actually much improved versus the original mutt, so I'm already dealing with some niceties there. But I'll go ahead and get this thing finalized. We'll back it outside and we will start it up and do an old before and an after, okay? At full throttle. Okay, here it is at idle. I'll do another walk around and we'll pull it in and start to swap over. thing over. All right, there she is at idle. I don't think it's too loud at all. In fact, you can hear the engine racket. I don't know how well it's showing up. It almost sounds like a little bit of a tick going on there. Hopefully it's mud too, and it's not about to blow up or anything. But yeah, I think it's pretty quiet comparatively. Yeah, even in the back here where the muffler is actually exhausted, is pushed out. It's more of a thump than it is a rattle. I'll go ahead and fire it up. And that'll do it. There it is. One of my first videos is now one of my newest videos all over again. The quiet exhaust, this one did cost more than the $30 the original cost because I had to use more piping, so it cost more like $40, which is not cheap, but still not bad, not bad. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, perhaps you'll think about liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Take care.
There's always something that needs a little fixing on Farpoint Farm.